Have you ever set goals? Do you feel frustrated that you can't make progress toward your goals? Or do you have multiple goals that you are not able to juggle them? Achieving goals and staying motivated can be very challenging. They are also necessary ingredients for success and happiness. What if you can leverage insights from scientific studies on motivation and apply those in your life to achieve your goals? In her book, Get It Done, Professor Ayelet Fishbach presents research-backed surprising lessons on motivation. What is the key to motivating yourself? Changing your circumstances. As simplistic as it may sound, but it is accurate. Here is an example. If you want to improve your eating habits, what is the best way to do it? Stock your fridge with healthy fruits and vegetables. Another approach is to change your mindset by associating unhealthy foods with delicious to detrimental. To successfully change your behavior, you need 4 essential ingredients. 1. Choose a goal. 2. Sustain your motivation as you move from here to there. 3. Learn to juggle multiple goals. 4. Leverage social support. Goals are not chores. A powerful goal feels exciting. A powerful goal is specific and quantifiable. A powerful goal is challenging. A powerful goal harnesses the power of intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is pursuing an activity that feels like an end in itself. When you're intrinsically motivated, you do something for the sake of doing it. For example, if each workout makes you feel energized, working out and feeling energized become a single entity in your mind, and you'll be more intrinsically motivated to exercise. If you meditate in order to reach a state of calmness and you only feel calm through meditation, you will be intrinsically motivated to meditate. The shorter the time between doing the activity and reaching your goal, the more intrinsically motivated you will feel. Monitoring progress is key to staying motivated. When we see progress, we are motivated to keep going. To keep moving, we need feedback from both successful and unsuccessful actions. We should learn from the past, but humans often struggle to do so. Why does progress encourage us to work harder and make it less likely to quit? One reason is that, as we make progress, every action we take toward our goal appears to have a larger impact toward achieving it. Another reason is that pursuing a goal increases our commitment to that goal. To increase commitment to a goal, it must be both valuable and achievable. Mentally, if the goal is valuable and the likelihood of success is high, it is worth the effort. Looking behind, rather than ahead, can make us feel more committed. When we see the discrepancy between our ideal state and our present state, it signals that we need to take action. People who focus on what they have yet to achieve are more interested in moving up the ladder. Those who focus on past achievements feel more committed to their present level. Lesson here is simple: to increase your motivation to move up in the corporate ladder, always look for how far you have to go and not your past accomplishments. If you are already committed to our goal, completed actions won't change this. Focusing on the progress we've already made might even make us feel like we've done enough and encourage us to take a break. If we are uncertain about our commitment, like starting a habit of reading daily, missing actions won't motivate us to move forward. Focusing on a lack of progress might even signal a lack of commitment, which will lead to quitting. Motivation is high at the beginning of the year or month or every Monday. But motivation dwindles in the middle. Middles are ordinary and hard to maintain motivation. To combat this, we should monitor progress until the midpoint and then switch to monitoring the gap between you and the goal. Another way is to shrink the middle, like setting daily goals. Learning from failure can be a powerful force. We often care more about preventing negative events than experiencing positive ones. So bad can be a stronger teacher than good, as long as we learn from it. To sustain motivation, we want the lesson from negative feedback to be about our lack of progress, not our lack of commitment. Adopting a learning mindset that emphasizes growth can also help. Another strategy is to distance ourselves from the experience of failure and give advice to yourself as if you are giving advice to your friend who is struggling with that issue. We want to be happy, improve relationships, achieve success, raise good kids, take care of our health, and make a difference in the community. We want to achieve all. To combat this problem, we need 3 essential skills: goal juggling, self-control, and patience. In a goal system, we want to identify the activities that serve multi-final means. If, for example, one of your goals is to spend time with your family and improve your health, you can perhaps take on a family biking activity. As is implied by its name, self-control is what it takes to overcome the self. It's your ability to stick with an important goal, like the angel's directive not to look back, when you're tempted to do something that goes against it. Researchers analyzed the results of more than 100 studies on self-control. They found that people who report having strong self-control also report that they're happier and have more love in their lives. To overcome yourself, you must manage a two-step process: detecting temptation and then battling temptations. To identify a self-control conflict, at least one of two conditions must be met: the behavior under consideration must seriously undermine a more important goal, or it must undermine the way you see yourself. To identify temptation, you may want to mentally multiply your actions before taking one. Before filling your wine glass, consider the health impact of every night you'll drink too much this year. Or, before yelling at your partner for leaving dishes in the sink, consider the impact on your relationship of all the times you'll lose your temper. Deciding to go against your moral compass is easier when you consider just a single instance. Broad decision frames are only useful if you don't use tomorrow's virtues to justify today's vice. You fall into this trap each time you promise yourself to start saving next month, start studying on Monday, or start your diet tomorrow. In these cases, a broad frame allows you to give into, rather than resist, temptation. The risk here is in trying to balance goals with temptations in the form of temptation today and goals tomorrow. Tomorrow is always in the future, it never becomes today. Being reminded of your future self puts you in a very broad decision frame. Whatever decision you make today, you should be able to envision making it again and again over many years. If you think a decision you make today is diagnostic of all future choices, you'd better make the right decision today. Thinking ahead also makes you more psychologically connected to your future self so that you care more for the person you'll become. It's important, then, that you correctly judge the strength of the temptations you'll face. If your expectations are well calibrated, you'll be prepared to fight temptation off. A pre-commitment strategy involves eliminating temptation before you're tempted. You eliminate certain foods from your house or contacts of your ex from your phone because you know both that you like them too much and that they're unhealthy. If you anticipate a self-control conflict, one way to stack the deck against temptation is to remind yourself what makes the goal attractive and what makes temptations less so. Mentally, you bolster the goal and devalue the temptation. Another self-control strategy involves mentally distancing yourself from the self-control dilemma. If you were tempted to pick a heavy pasta dish while out with friends, you could ask yourself what a health-conscious person would choose to eat. You can distance yourself by imagining the dilemma occurring to a different person in the far future or in a faraway place. The final skill needed for goal attainment is patience. Why waiting is hard. Waiting is hard because we're wired to discount our futures. In our mind, what happens to us in the future is worth less simply because it won't happen right now. What causes impatience? The more you care for something, the longer you're willing to wait for more of it or a better version of it. Love is patient, after all. 4 ways to increase patience. 1. Distract yourself. 2. Make the decision in advance that you will be patient. 3. Address the cause of impatience. 4. Be patient for the sake of others. Be patient with your kids, spouse, and colleagues because you know that is what it takes to have a happy and healthy life. As humans, we are evolved to help each other. Neil Armstrong didn't land on the moon by himself, countless others helped. The psychological overlap with others, which is conformity, especially among those who are close to us, is key to understanding the various and often surprising ways by which the mere presence of people influences our motivational system. When people close to us are disciplined, we tend to be disciplined. The opposite is also true. There are all kinds of people that we emulate and learn from. They could be our family members, friends, colleagues, celebrities, Instagram influencers, media, and news personalities. One way to approach conformity is to think in terms of role models and anti-role models. Identify role models that you want to mimic the behavior. Anti-role models provide you with a cautionary tale of how not to behave. Another way to increase your goal motivation and self-control is to have an accountability partner like a coach, mentor, friend, or family member. Teamwork is also necessary to achieve the most important goals in our life. For example, if you have an important project deadline, you can ask your partner to help with household activities and support your partner when he or she needs help. Supporting each other or your teammates is essential for success. When we support each other in the pursuit of goals, we feel more connected to each other. Always ask people around you how you can facilitate in achieving their goals. Here are 5 action steps you can take to put these ideas immediately to work. 1. Identify an exciting goal that you would like to achieve in near future. Can you make it quantifiable and intrinsically motivated? 2. Identify self-control strategies and a plan to overcome temptation. 3. Learn from failures and setbacks. 4. Value your future. Do not put your future on sale anymore. 5. Ask people around you. How can you facilitate their goals? This was the summary of Get It Done, presented by Animated Insights. If you like the video, please like and hit subscribe. Thank you for watching and stay motivated.